VIP. Are you a spy or hostess? If I took a vote, would it tilt the polls? Summer solstice. I know what they say about you. How come all your baby daddies hate you, but none of them bull daggers lay about you? You know I'm not to blame. We gon' play the blame game. Ooh. You know I'm not to blame. We gon' play the blame game. Ooh. Monopoly, Jenga, PS3. Old and new games, that's what you playing with me. Monopoly, Jenga, PS3. Old and new games, that's what you playing with me. No, man, these chicks is on Assassin's Creed, Grand Theft Auto, and Fortnite now, man. You had an abortion and said it was a miscarriage. You held your stomach like it was cramped in the lobby. Figured I was green, so you put some spice on it, wasabi. Hey, the field technique. Somebody tell Bobby. Hey, Bobby! The P is for protector. She'll fake the parental phase like a gentle haze. That H is for hero. She'll meet you with a bunch of white lies. Hero. Now you feel like you saved the day. Placebo. The I is for integrity. That's when she crosses a boundary, trying to measure me. And then she be like, you said you would do this and you're not keeping your word. Then comes the L. If you love me, you'd catch me before I fail. A beautiful time. Look, there goes me. What's up, y'all? Let's let y'all pile in on TikTok. I'll say this, man. I went to the DreamCon Expo this weekend. I was there for a few days in Houston, Texas. I was really thoroughly impressed by the entire presentation. It was amazing. I've never seen so many black folks dressed up in anime cartoon garb. This was like a dream. I seen so many chocolate princesses with different variations of princess. I don't even know if I would call them costumes because these were ensembles. A lot of these women were making their dresses. It looked like they made them themselves from scratch by hand. Kraig headbutt a hamster while eating a chicken sandwich. You put down a chicken sandwich and ate out a hamster, you weirdo. Houston, Texas, I've never seen so many beautiful black people dressed up like cartoons. I've seen dark, fat Mario brothers. I've seen skinny, stud Mario sisters. I saw Luigi studs. I saw anime black ninjas. I saw King Koopa Mississippians. I saw big booty princesses. Shout out to Houston, Texas, and the bums that them women have on them in that state. I mean, there were women from every single state. I saw sexy Power Rangers. I know we got to go to more of these things. It was so cool to see us be more than just the cool stuff. I'm tired of the cool in our community. Everybody's cool. The cool has to go.
The cartoon geeks, the nerds, they run the day now. And I was so prevalent in Houston, Texas. I was proud to be a nerd. Somebody said, I thought you were naturally bald. I'm appalled. There's no way you thought I was naturally bald. I never said it out my mouth. You assumed it. That's called false equivalence. That's a logical fallacy. Stop assuming and ask. I never told nobody in the world when I was bald on Roast Me that I couldn't grow hair. Now, everybody's surprised that I got braiding level length hair. Well, don't hate. Congratulate. Well, dang. Yeah, I'll say, well, dang. I need y'all to comment below if you were in DreamCon. DreamCon was so amazing. It was a great experience. First of all, I got to perform with Big Ja and a few other cats. Me and Big Ja started doing comedy around the same time. We didn't start together, but we started around the same time. I've done shows with Big Ja where there was 3 people there, 1 person there, back in 2008 at the Comedy Union. And to perform in front of 1,000 to 1,500 is just a blessing. Now, I didn't get Comic View. I don't know how I didn't get Comic View. I guess, who knows. But we made all them 1,000 people laugh, even though we didn't get Comic View. I don't give a fuck about that. But we got DreamCon. You got to go. You got to go to DreamCon if you haven't been. First of all, I never really tripped that there were so many people who were gifted in illustration. I ran across a brother who wrote a whole series of comic books about Harriet Tubman killing demons. How creative is that? The cover of the comic book, look it up. I forget the name of it, but it had Harriet Tubman. She had a big old sword in front of her face. And it was a whole comic book dedicated to Harriet Tubman killing demons. I'd never seen nothing like it. Then they had a wrestling ring set up in the middle of DreamCon. Oh, that guy Todd would have went crazy for the wrestling ring. I promise you this. You could catch a wrestling fade with whoever you wanted to catch a wrestling fade with at DreamCon. It was set up on the first floor. When you walk in, it's right there. A big old wrestling rink. They had some semi-pro wrestlers in there, and I knew why they were semi-pro, because none of them dudes had abs. None of them had the muscles we see in the WWF. I guess in order to make it in wrestling, you got to get on steroids, because there was a lot of regular built wrestlers in that ring. And they were very skilled wrestlers, but not aesthetically pleasing. So these are guys who should have been wrestling with their shirts on. Like, you can't be in worse shape than me wrestling with your shirt off. You got to wrestle with your shirt on if you have no stomach muscles, bird chest. They said it's Rudy Hux. Are you saying I'm Rudy Huxtable? What are you trying to say? Be more specific on TikTok. But I got a chance to see black people participate in independent wrestling. And I must say, it was very fun to watch. I don't know if this is because of Todd. Shout out to Todd, Out There Nation. I know you're out there. But I'm starting to develop a renewed interest in wrestling. I haven't been a wrestling fan since I feared George the Animal Steele. Well, I wouldn't say I haven't been a fan, but I haven't watched wrestling since the early 90s. But I watched these regular body dudes give it their all. And when I say it was fun to watch, it was amazing. Junkyard Dog, Superfly Jimmy Snuka, Gold Dust, Papa Shango, Jake the Snake Plumber, Ted DiBiase, The $1 Million Man, The 1-2-3 Kid, George the Bartis, something Brutus Beefcake. I mean, it was great to watch. But we did a show in the event space. First, when I walk into the event space, I'm just pleasantly surprised. I ain't never seen that many seats outside of a stadium. I mean, it was 1,500 seats, and they were laid out in sections, and the seats went 14 across, and there had to be 30 sections. Too cold, Scorpio. If I owe you something, get it from God. God, God, God. And I was so nervous, I probably took I urinated 15 times before I got on stage. That's one thing I didn't know about myself. When I get nervous or when I do something that's super big, I urinate a lot. I forgot that about me because I ain't had a big game or something that made me nervous in years. But I was in that bathroom right until I went on stage. I'd piss, walk around, come back, pee. Pee, walk around, come back, piss. Piss, walk around, come back, pee. That was me. And then one of my comedy comrades, he directed it. Shout out to Barry Brewer. Barry Brewer got his direct on. He really controlled the whole situation. I was very impressed by Barry Brewer and what he was able to accomplish that night. He said, that's the homie. Yeah, Barry, if y'all know Barry Brewer, y'all know Barry Brewer ain't nothing to play with, man. I done seen Barry Brewer scare me getting into it with some people. He's a church-going dude, but Barry Brewer is not to be played with. Hold on. What was that? The crowd loved it, though. John did a great job. Ken Edwin did a great job. And Dean Will did a great job. Dean Will opened the show. It was Ken Edwin next, Malik B third, me fourth, and Ja went last. Shout out to the whole crew, stupid. We did our thing. All right, today, I don't know if you know, but the U.S., man, they kicked it off again with Iran. We seem to be bombing Iran repeatedly, which is, man, I guess that's something that we just got to do. But what is there left to bomb? What are we aiming for now? Make sure y'all drop on TikTok. Y'all know what this is. If you want to talk to me, if you want to go live with me, you know what time it is. You know what time it is, man. Donate. You know I got a show I'm about to be doing specifically for TikTok. Do y'all know that? It's going to be a giveaway show. I'm going to drop the details on that later this week. I've been working on it for a minute. I'm about to be on my daily podcasting and streaming again, 4-5 hours a day, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. daily. God, or at least Monday through Friday. But we back bombing Iran. Here's the major topics today in the world, the major trending topics. There's a diplomatic standoff going on, military strikes between the U.S. and Iran. Peace talks and mediation efforts remain highly active following mutual threats and warnings. Can you imagine being at war with somebody and while you're at war with them, you're negotiating a peace strategy? Do you know how unnerving that is to try to talk peace with somebody and while you're talking peace, you're actively bombing each other's countries? Well, Iran isn't bombing America, but they're doing some damage somewhere. Kraig, please roast me. 100% of my viewers have not shared this broadcast on TikTok. How are we going to grow if y'all are not sharing this podcast? You want me to roast you, but you ain't going to do nothing for me on TikTok? YouTube, y'all know the business. You know I'm going to give you the funnies. But share this and tell a friend we're doing this. Come on, it's only 150 of y'all. 100 people on TikTok right now? Let's get this up to 800-900 like we normally do. TikTok. You do something for me, I do something for you. YouTube, you know what time it is. We're going to get to the funnies. If you got questions in the chat, I'm going to read the chat, see what the questions are. I might take some of y'all in for the roast, but I'm doing something I haven't done on here before in a long time. I'm actually working the boards for myself today. I'm working the boards for me. So we can get funky in here today. You can ask me anything. We can talk about any topic you want to talk about. Shoot, I'm going to answer the questions. I'm not running from nothing today. Let's get to the nitty-gritty of whatever you want to get to the nitty-gritty on. God. But what is there left for the U.S. to bomb in Iran? What do they have for us to blow up into smithereens besides mosque and falafel, hummus places? What are we bombing? Do they have an abundance of military installations that we need to get rid of? How can we? I read somewhere that we dropped 140 bombs today. Is this true? 140? Can somebody corroborate these facts? I've been looking for the movie you was in with T.I. What's the movie called? It's called The Apartments Part 2. I believe The Apartments Part 2 is out now. Watch The Apartments Part 2. I believe it is out now. Yep, I'm in The Apartments Part 2, y'all. Don't hate. Great movie. T.I. did a great job directing the film. I played a police officer in The Apartments Part 2. I was a police officer doing some crooked stuff. I had a couple of scenes. I mean, the way T.I. shoots is incredible. First of all, T.I. don't give you many takes. T.I. coming to you and say, hey, look, everybody say that the police officer should be funniest. That's how T.I. talk. So look, what I need you to do expeditiously is once you pull over the car, I need you to roast this man. And that's what I did. I just roasted. I had two scenes. Well, I forget the name of the podcast he has. It's a pretty big podcast, dark-skinned guy, fake teeth, cool dude, ex-gangster, be chilling. He just interviewed Charleston White a couple weeks ago. What is his name? But he and I played partners. He was my police officer partner in the movie. And then there was another scene where it was me and DC Young Fly head to head. We roasted each other. I don't even know if it made the film. And I told him he looked like a teenage Fantasia. He looked like Fantasia in 7th grade. He looked like Fantasia when she was still a 11-year-old virgin. And it came out cool. So shout out to The Apartments. The Apartments. Yes, it was me and Big Bank. Big Bank played my partner. I don't know if he got fake teeth. Do Big Bang got fake teeth? Somebody tell me if Big Bang got fake teeth. Do Big Bang got fake teeth? God. Yeah, that was cool, man. That was a cool day to be around all of them Atlanta cats, man. Atlanta is so different than L.A., man. You know, it's so different, man. I tell you. And the apartments, I believe, those apartments we shot that movie in, I believe those were real apartments that T.I. used to sell dope in. I believe the apartments in that movie is the trap that he used to sell dope out of when he was a dope boy. So that made it even cooler. They said Big Bang played Donkey and Shrek. That's funny. Yeah, Big Bang played one of what's his name? One of King Kong's hemorrhoids. He played a King Kong hemorrhoid in Godzilla vs. King Kong. Shout out to Big Bang. That's a real dude right there. Went out to Houston, had a great comedy show. Over 1,000 people showed up to support us. It was a great day. Then we went to Papados. See, we don't have a Papados in L.A. The closest thing we got to it is a place called Harold and Bales. Somebody said, man, Big Bang looked like a King Kong hemorrhoid, like an unwashed off King Kong hemorrhoid. My dog, what's up, Uncle P9? Shout out to you, good brother. What's up, D? Somebody said, ATL hella zesty. Now, when I was in this was last year, I didn't see no zestiness. Everybody T.I. had us around was solid. It was a real family-oriented situation. Very, very family-oriented. But it's crazy because the cats I've been doing comedy with, we completely different than all the other comedy cliques. First of all, in my immediate clique of comedians, Big Jai, Ken, and all them cats, don't nobody really smoke weed. Everybody else smoke weed and smoke marijuana. Their whole thing is consumed around alcohol and drugs. We're all ex-athletes. We're all athletic. So it's not really that type of situation when you see us. You know what I'm saying? So there, man, everybody was smoking weed, blowing out of, what do they call them, leaves, them gaba leaves and all that. So, I was getting hot boxed paws every 2 minutes. It was a new room with a shut door and weed smoke everywhere. My throat was burning. Nobody ever talks about when you're a non-weed smoker and you're hanging with weed smokers and that thick smoke that makes your throat burn. Somebody said, so you're saying what? So you're saying that jokes come from being high? That not funny? So I don't understand what you mean, brother. Troy Rich, are you trying to say I'm saying that I didn't say none of the stuff you saying? I used to mess with the edibles. I was funny off the edibles, and I'm funny sober. It all depends on you and who you are and how you get down. But getting to a joke is not necessarily about the drug you do. It's about the environment you put yourself in, the research you do. A big part of comedy is research. It ain't just coming up with a joke. You got to research the joke. What are you talking about? Is there anything in society that has happened that is similar to this joke fact? What is the moral through line of the joke? Is this about adversity? Is this about perseverance? Is this about lying? Like, what is the joke about? What is the connective tissue of the bit? This is why you build jokes. See, that whole T.I. crew of people, K-Dub and all them dudes are extremely talented. But that lifestyle they live is completely different than the lifestyle we live here. It's completely different. Kraig, comedian MD. I'm a joke doctor for sure. Did anybody in any of the comments on any of these platforms go to the show at DreamCon at the Texas Convention Center? Was anybody there? I would really like to know. So much happened in Texas. Billy went to the arcade, sat on a joystick. Yeah, see, that's an old joke, man. You got to get up on the new me, brother. You feel what I'm saying? What the heck is that? What the heck is going on? What the heck is going on? Hold on now. Was anybody there? Nobody is going to corroborate. Let me get these people going on IG. So I'm going to be doing some giveaways, man. Very, very soon. Like very, very, very soon. Trips. Money. Jordans. 962-982. I'm going to be giving away so much stuff, man. All you got to do right now, first of all, TikTok, y'all need to share this live. Don't play no games with me. Share this live. Let other people know we're here. Also, I'm going to set it up to where people can come in the live. You want to talk a little bit of mess with me? Let's talk this mess. It ain't no stress. Let's talk this mess. I'm going to be auctioning off dates. I'm going to be auctioning off appearances in the lesbian homie and different sketches if the homies permit it. Y'all want to be a part of the crew? You want to be an actor? You want to be at my next stand-up show? You want to get flown to L.A.? Well, show me love and I'll show you love. You know what to do, TikTok. You know what to do, YouTube. Did y'all listen to the song I played earlier? What you think about it? What else is trending today? I thought for sure I would talk to, there was so many people at that show in Texas. I thought for sure some of y'all would be in the comments. I guess ain't nobody in the comments then, huh? Well, I'll be damned drift. Let's get the 3 major changes today in the world. The Iran war is back on. Missouri flash flooding. A state of emergency was declared in Missouri after severe storms dropped 6 to 12 inches of rain. More than 200 young campers and staff were successfully rescued via helicopter from a flooded campground. My money got my face on it. NFT. That's got to be a trash way to go in a flash flood. You know what I'm saying? Not even in a stable body of water. You drown in a temporary river. This stream of water won't even be here in 2 days, and it was able to kill you. When all you had to do was look in the clouds, see how gray they were, and say, you know what? I don't think it's a good idea to set up camp right here because look at those rain clouds. Being killed in a flash flood is like, come on, man, that's like dying from a jab. You can't get killed in no flash flood. Like, what's going on in Missouri, man? 200 rescued and a possible death in a flash flood? It's got to rain for an extended period of time before it started flooding. You got at least 10, 15 minutes of, hey, something ain't right before it's enough water to sweep your ass away. It ain't like when it rains, it's one big-ass drop that hit the ground and there's water everywhere. There's millions and billions of droplets that have to continually hit the pavement and the dirt before there's a buildup of enough water to wash your goofy ass away. I know the water gets deep quick, but how can you sit around long enough for it to get deep enough to wash you away? It's crazy to me, man. I get if a bum dies in a flash flood, but if you're going camping and you got enough money to buy a tent and a sleeping bag and victuals and foods, and you got a pickup truck that towed you there with a fifth wheel, and you die in a flash flood, I'm gonna keep your memory alive, but I don't know if I'm gonna feel sorry for you. Is it a thing where you can keep somebody's memory alive but not feel sorry for them that they dead? Or can you only keep people's memory alive that you have some type of feeling of empathy for? See, in California, we got different type of white people here. We got surfers. If there's a flash flood here, these white people here are going to surf on it. We can see that type of shit coming. We got aquatic whites here. Y'all got the type of whites that hunt and kill stuff and build stuff. But we got like X game whites in California. These are different type of whites. California whites are the type of whites that want to almost die every day. Down south white people, they killing something. California white people, they want to almost die. Down south white people, they want to kill something. It's different. Flash flood ain't killing nobody in California. I promise you that. You sat there and waited for enough rain to build up to take your ass up the street involuntarily. Northern whites are a little bit different. They deal with snow. These are the cold whites. These are the polactic polar bear whites. These are the White Walker whites. These are the Game of Thrones whites. Those are different whites. These whites go skiing. These whites build bonfires and in their backyard. These are different type of whites. These whites wear camouflage, but they don't hunt. These are whites that 20% of their daughters have a baby by a black man. These are basketball-liking whites. These aren't NASCAR whites in the North. In the North, these are basketball-liking whites. These are Larry Bird fans. These are Pacers fans. These aren't like the down south whites. They don't care about racing cars and dirt bikes and Outdoorsy shit. That's below the Mason-Dixon line white that cares about all that outdoor shit. But above that, we're talking Ohio whites, Kentucky whites, Wyoming whites. These are the whites that like basketball. These are jump shot having whites. These are white boys that you can't leave open on your adult league basketball team. These are what northern whites are. I know what I'm talking about. I know whites. These are different type of whites. Boston whites. These are loud whites. These are whites that when they ask you what you're doing around here, they say, come on! When they want to fight, come on! They yell before. These are yelling before they fight whites. Come on! You got a fucking problem with me? Come on! These are these types of whites. I told you, Southern whites are different. These are outdoorsy whites. These are worm-having whites. Every white person from the South has a can of worms in their refrigerator for fishing purposes. These are live bait whites. These are whites that'll put a baby chicken on a hook and throw it in the river to catch a catfish white. These ain't like northern whites. Southern whites, they love to murder. Southern whites kill their food. Western whites almost die. Northern whites like basketball. There's different types of whites. The whites would. Man, I've judged a few roasts with Kill Tony, but I haven't done it as a comedian host. I refuse to do it as a comedian host. I'm not an amateur. I got to build my way up to the top, so this is the way I'm doing it. God, what's going on TikTok? Y'all know what to do. Make that dang donation. If you don't go ahead and buy a couple Galaxies, I'm telling you, man, we're building up to a giveaway. I'm giving away Jordans. I'm giving away all type of stuff on my platform now. And what I do is promote it the week before. I'm selling dates with bad chicks. I'm whoring on here. I promise you that. What kind of whites are all whites are cool. I like them all. I'm not trying to be racist. You know what I'm saying? Just because I like you don't mean you got to like me. You know, it's a lot of people. Everybody, look, ain't nobody going to, they hate to admit it, but everybody likes somebody that don't like them. I don't like white people in hopes that they like me back. I just like humans. Now, does that mean I want to hang out with you? No. But I like they get down. White people are bold. White people are bold, man. You know they are. Look at this Iran war. They just bombing Iran. Ain't shit in Iran no more. They just bombing it. What else is there to blow up? They got bombs landing in spots that's already been bombed. How are you rebombing something you bombed last week? It ain't even nothing left to bomb in Iran. They just bombing. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Boom. Look what the Trump administration is doing. They've just finalized a landmark environmental regulation opening up endangered species habitats to development. Think about how bold that is. They just opened up a landmark environmental regulation making it okay to expand and build housing on endangered species habitats. And think about that. Your family gave up on you. That's funny. What type of whites did that? How do you make it okay to build on an endangered species habitat? Crazy. What are some more headlines today? Apple sues OpenAI, Go look this up. Apple filed a bombshell lawsuit today against OpenAI, alleging widespread trade secret theft and unethical recruiting practices to secure prototypes. Now that's wild. When Apple sues somebody for stealing, that's wild. You better watch some of these AI apps you download to build cartoons and do narrative things for you, because some of these sites are actually pirated sites, and they're using these AI sites to steal your ideas and steal information from you. You better be careful. When you see Apple suing somebody, that means they're doing some foul stuff. Somebody said, how do I feel about Asian people? I love everybody, man. I don't have any racist views. You have to give me a specific issue it's connected to. Now, do I trust everybody? No, I don't trust everybody. There are some reservations that I have with how certain communities move when it comes to black folks. Certain things like, I've never seen a black-owned store in an Asian neighborhood. You can't take me to an Asian neighborhood that has a black-owned store, barbershop, shoe store, anything. But in our hoods, they're everywhere. I think that that's weird. I think that that's weird that you can walk into a Louisiana Chicken and it'd be all Asian people that own it, which is no problem in a black neighborhood, but you go over to Little China and there's not one barbecue joint. And that's on purpose. Because it's of my opinion that it would not be allowed. Now, can we get a galaxy on that? I'm speaking truth. You know I'm conscious, brother. But I don't group people up the way that others do. I understand that racism, according to Dr. Claude Anderson, is the competition for wealth and resources between groups of people. I get that. I understand that. I think that that is a great, accurate explanation of racism. But to say, what do you think about Asian people? I don't think of people like that. I don't group people together like that. It's just not my thing. I'm just a comedian. I'm working on stuff on here. I'm having fun with y'all, but it's just, I can't, when you say what you think about Asian, like earlier, I'm talking about white people. I'm just joking. Some truth to it. Keep asking the questions. More news today. The Straits of Hormuz standoff. The White House demanded that Iran publicly acknowledge its strikes on ships were a mistake. Again, the White House demanded that Iran publicly acknowledge that its strike on ships was a mistake, while rising tensions continue to complicate the region. It's weird to see countries tell other countries to say, I'm sorry, or I didn't mean to do that. Thank you for the galaxy. That's what I'm talking about. Donate more galaxies. Share this with somebody else. I'm telling you, man, you give to me, I give back. This is how it works. Nice. Let's go TikTok. Nice. We're going to build this thing together. Other news today, World Cup quarterfinals. The 2026 FIFA World Cup marches on with high-stakes matchups, including Argentina versus Switzerland, and that'll be in Kansas City. Oh, I want to see there to see these Swiss white folks eat KC barbecue for the first time. Oh, man, I appreciate the heart, man. Let's get another galaxy. God, 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 God. They said, man, Boo Capone don't have internet access. Nah, you'd be surprised what Boo got access to, man. You look up on Boo page, man. That man is creating. Boo is doing his thing on social media. Shout out to Boo. Most definitely, man. I'm going to definitely keep the good work up. Yeah, Kansas City, Argentina versus Switzerland. God, God, God. Let me know who you guys have as a favorite, Switzerland or Argentina. Who do you think is going to win this matchup? In other news, Bahamas plane crash. A small passenger aircraft crashed in the ocean off the Bahamas, resulting in multiple fatalities and a temporary grounding of certain airlines. Isn't the Bahamas where Aaliyah passed as well? I'm not doing no small airplanes in the Bahamas. I'm not doing it. Rest in peace to those people who passed. I'm not doing it. Somebody said Spain will win. You got Spain. Okay, yep. Claude Anderson should be talked about more than any celebrity. I agree 100%. I agree 100%. You better not ride those planes. You'll be a dummy to do it. You better off hang gliding. You ever watch the Flintstones? On them old episodes of the Flintstones, they used to put parachutes on the planes, the pterodactyl planes, and when they would crash, the pilot would just hit the parachute and it would glide to the ground. I feel like that's something that's possible. Planes don't have to crash. They don't. Man, I appreciate that, Dalen. Planes don't have to crash. Record-breaking bridge in other news. A new $4.7 billion bridge connecting Detroit and Windsor, Ontario is slated to open shortly following its finalization in the U.S. They're just waiting on Canada to agree to a toll. That's cool. Shout out to the U.S. and shout out to Canada for building a $4.7 billion bridge. Rainier mid-air. My shit, that's some little girl shit. I apologize. I don't never pop like I'm chewing gum. What's going on, Kraig? Rainier mid-air scare. Passengers on a Rainier flight survived a terrifying ordeal when a man was nearly sucked out of the shattered window. Saved only by his wife holding his legs. That right there is crazy. First of all, how did the window shatter? And what type of steroid is his wife on to hold his legs and prevent him from being sucked out of the airplane? That's a beautiful woman there. We need to interview her. Can somebody find this woman so we can talk to her on the phone? This shit happened, I guess, yesterday. Look it up. Rainier, spelled R-Y-A-N-A-I-R. Mid-air scare. The window broke. A man was nearly sucked out of the window and was saved by his wife because she held his legs. Yeah, God was on both their sides. Other news, gun control ruling. Federal appeals court upheld the Illinois ban on semi-automatic weapons, effectively overturning an earlier lower court decision. So the ban on semi-automatic weapons has been lifted in Illinois. If anybody knows any details about this, if this directly affects your life, I need you to comment below. We need to learn more about this. Also, Volkswagen is restructuring. The German automaker Volkswagen announced plans to slash the number of its brands because of a steep plummet in sales. Do what you got to do, Volkswagen. I will say I do like the new Volkswagen ID Biz. They have an electric minivan. It looks like that old school surfer van you used to see back in the day with the surfboard on top. It's an electric van. It's super dope, two-tone. I think I may end up purchasing one of those very soon. Shout out to Volkswagen for making that. If y'all want to get rid of one of those, I'd be glad to take it off your hands. In other news, ICE shootout. A botched immigration traffic stop in Houston, which I was just in Houston the other day, left a man fatally shot by ICE agents, though officials confirmed he was not their intended target. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. If they kill somebody that they wasn't supposed to kill, ICE need to be put on ice. That's crazy. Is ICE the police now? I don't think ICE is the police. I think that they would probably go with the National Guard before ICE. But that's definitely what they're using to hunt our Latino brothers and sisters. So, Time to get rid of them silver teeth and blend in because they trying to get y'all, and I'm going to do what I can do to help. But y'all got to fight back because that's what we had to do at one point. We was rioting and rallying and pulling guns on police. So look, if that's what y'all got to do, then fight. You got to stand up and fight. That's the way everybody else got their freedoms in this country, is because we stood up one day and said, we ain't going to take this no more. See, it's easy to come to this country and just chill because we died so you can do that. But when it's time for you to fight, you got to fight. That's what the whole civil rights movement was about. If you don't know, do your research, foreigners, immigrants. We love you. But all of these liberties you get to take advantage of, they wasn't just giving them out like that before we chose to stand up. My guy, Bronx Born, says ICE raided his building in February. That's crazy. Did they take a lot of people to jail? Talk about it. Send a Galaxy. Send the Galaxy. I'd love to hear what you got to say. Talk about that. ICE raided your building. Now, your name is Bronx. Were you in the Bronx? Cash invites you to co-host. Okay, Cash, I might have to take that offer at some point. Let me go into the settings and get some other people in here and see if we can have some real conversation. How does this work? How does this work? I'm going to get y'all in here right now. There we go. Man, I appreciate the Galaxy. That means a lot to me. They said, add that Kells guy. He's comedy. I'm just trying to figure out how to get y'all in here. Let me see. I'm going to invite y'all one at a time. All right, let's do this. I'm going to start inviting people. We got a guest. Let's see here, Bronx. I invited my guy from the Bronx. I want to hear what happened when ICE invaded your apartment complex. Let's talk about it, my guy. Yeah. Let's chop it up, man. I want to hear what you got to say. You said ICE invaded your apartment complex. Tell us a story, man. Let's hear that.
Yeah, man, it was crazy shit, man. Basically what happened was, right, I just heard a bunch of noise. I was up in my crib, right?
Right.
I had a day off from work, right, you know what I'm saying, with Wi-Fi working. All of a sudden, I heard this noise in the hallway, and the alarm go off, and it's about 100 ICE agents. You got about 30 in the building and 70 outside, just for 2 people.
Word up.
They went up throwing tear gas.
What was the race of the people they took?
I think they took one Mexican guy. I think he had a wife and 2 children. And I think it was like a Korean or Chinese lady. They brought her back. They uncuffed her, but they arrested the Mexican brother and took him.
Oh, that's wild, man. Hopefully,
Crazy.
And that's in New York, right?
No, I moved out of New York. It was in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Damn, in Minnesota they own it. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah. They had 2 people unalived out here. They had that Renee Good girl, Renee Good. And they had the other Parade guy who got unalived. I think they hit him like 6 times, and he was armed, and he had a license to carry. They hit him in broad daylight.
Oh, wow. What's your nationality, bro? You sound, you Puerto Rican, black? What are you?
Black. All the way black, man.
Wow. So what's so basically the racial situation in Minnesota is crazy. Niggas got to be careful out there, huh?
Hell yeah. Sure fuck it. Man, you got to keep your head on swivel on this piece, man.
You heard what he said. Keep your head on a swivel, man. Is there anything you want to tell the people before I let you go, B?
Hey, stay safe, man. And and if you can't get it, get it from God.
Hey, if all you something, get it from God. I appreciate you. God, God, God. You have a good one, bro.
All right, stay blessed, Kraig.
Word up, word up. Shit, I don't even know how to hang up on dude. He's still there. I'm trying to figure this TikTok thing out. It's all love, man. Y'all know what to do. If you want to be invited as a guest, all you got to do is send me the invite. I'll accept you. Let me see here. All right. We disconnected Bronx. Y'all know what time it is. Other news until we get somebody else that wants to be involved. The Pygmy Hippo milestone. Mu Ding, the viral Pygmy Hippo, is celebrating his 2nd birthday, drawing international attention to her zoo. A Pygmy Hippo, huh? Making front page news. Shout out to Be More, man. That's right. We inviting people in to mess with us, man. You know what it is. If you in here and you want to chop it, man, I just accepted one right now. We're going to accept y'all one at a time, man. Make sure you put your video on. What's poppin'? Circle them wagons.
What's up with you, big bro?
What's doing? What's cool with it, bro? Where you calling from, brother?
Well, I'm calling from Columbus, Ohio, but I'm born and raised in Cleveland. 216. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh man, shout out to Cleveland. I caught a plane out to Cleveland this evening to meet up with you.
Let's bring that Cleveland Cali connection back right now, baby. What's going on?
Hey, straight out, man. Talk to us. Have you had any interactions or seen some weird shit with ICE out there in Ohio?
Actually, in Columbus, it's like Minnesota. It's just like that. So actually, it was some ICE agents that raided, took some Haitians to jail down here, down in Columbus. So yeah, ICE they really be out here. There was a lot of Hispanics out here. They were scared to come out. They was always working on the roofs and shit.
Right.
They was working on different people's houses and stuff like that. But now you can't even find nothing out here. They be scared to come outside. So
what has that done for the job market for y'all? You probably working like a motherfucker, huh? You probably the one calling the police.
Yeah, I'm a truck driver myself, so yeah, I'm out here grinding, man. So yeah, but hey, I just want to shout out to you, man. You had your voice on the Waze app.
Right.
I've been had you on the Waze app for a couple years, man. My kids love that shit.
Oh man, I appreciate you supporting that. I appreciate you supporting that. What you hauling? You doing dry load, reefer? What you doing?
No, I did all. I've been driving for 14 years, man. I got 5 kids, man. But now I'm hauling asphalt. I got asphalt. We're building the freeways, building the roads, and we're doing construction. You know, Facebook left Cali. They leaving California. They coming down here to New Albany and Ohio. So we building like 10 buildings down here. So Facebook and Google's leaving Cali, coming to Ohio.
Word up. That's wild.
We literally building all of that shit right now. So yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea, man. That's wild, man. You better go and get a job at Facebook, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that's dope, man. Hey, I used to do wet bats and gravel and all that stuff you doing, man. So yeah,
I heard you say that on 5150 one day. I'm like, oh, he used to drive, and then he got into comedy. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to do the same thing for real. So
yeah, I'm a teamster. I'm still in the union. I'm still a teamster. I'm vested. You feel what I'm saying?
I was in the union too, teamsters. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Big dog out here. How long you was driving for?
Man, I done had my license since 2010, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, since 2010. Yeah.
Mine since about 2014.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah, man. Well, keep doing your thing, man. Call in whenever you want, man. I appreciate you. Love and respect. And if I owe you something, get it from God. God.
Shout out to you.
God. Shout out to you too, good brother. Yep. Hey, man, we're going to tap back in with y'all in a second. Y'all keep them galaxies going, man. You know what time it is. Kraig Facts. If I owe you something, get it from God. God.